We start this hour in North America. US President Donald Trump and Tesla boss Elon Musk's unlikely political association has exploded in a fiery fallout, with the US president threatening to strip the billionaire of his huge government contracts in revenge. This comes after Elon Musk revived the contentious conspiracy theory on the US president by connecting Donald Trump to Jeffrey Epstein. He claimed that classified government documents about Epstein's influential associates contain references to the Republican leader. However, Musk did not provide supporting evidence for his assertion and did not specify which files he referenced. Musk, who was Trump's biggest campaign donor to the tune of around $300 million, separately claimed the Republican would not have won the 2024 election without his support and accused him of such ingratitude. Meanwhile, in retaliation, Trump hit Musk where it hurts, threatening Musk's multi-billion-dollar government contracts, including for launching rockets and for the use of the Starlink satellite service. As a result of this crossfire that finally relented after several hours, Tesla has seen more than $100 billion wiped off the company's value. Well, this explosion in relations comes, of course, after Elon Musk has spoken negatively about Trump's big, beautiful bill. Joining us to look at all of these ramifications is Scott Faulkner, head of the Eagle Enterprises, a security firm based in Washington. Scott also joining us from Washington. Scott, this is a huge blow-up. Relations have been tense over the past few days, but what's your reaction to this X tirade and response from Donald Trump?
What's really interesting is 4 hours ago, Trump did one of his Truth Social posts where he said, "Give me my ABBA records back." So I'm wondering if Trump's going to try to basically de-escalate, giving up sort of a bizarre thing of give me my records back. So it's a lot of people are saying this may have already reached a fever pitch, and they're both off. It's because it really is absolutely incredible that the world's richest man and the world's most powerful man, both of which have their own social platforms, have been blowing away at each other for the last 24 hours. I think Musk has posted about 300 texts on his X. So it's going to be interesting to see if this ABBA Records, kind of almost tongue-in-cheek by Trump, is going to be part of the de-escalation coming forward.
Yes, and Scott, you mentioned the sheer level of posts on X from Elon Musk. Donald Trump in response says that Elon Musk went crazy, but there is one big talking point from Musk's messages, and that is linking Donald Trump to the late convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Of course, there has been conspiracy theory after conspiracy theory about who may have been involved with Epstein. Why do you think Elon Musk has chosen this route, something so provocative and so outlandish in the face of a clear alliance that has now broken down?
Because I can guarantee you, if the Biden administration had anything on Trump with Epstein, it would have been leaked during the election last year. So the question is this, again, some people are speculating that it's a kind of a 3 or 4 dimensional chess where Epstein files, especially the videos from the actual island, need to be released or should be released, and this is another way to get other people who otherwise don't want the Epstein material out to get it out. But the main thing seems to be that Trump obviously knew Epstein early on. After his first round of convictions, Trump stepped back from Epstein. So again, if there was anything real there, I guarantee you the deep state and the Biden people would have leaked it last year.
Yes, Scott, let's now look at the impacts of these spats that have been taking place online. A lot of money wiped off the Tesla valuation. We're looking at potentially up to $150 billion, well over $100 billion. Is this a big mistake from Elon Musk, or do you imagine this will rebound and bounce back to its previous valuation?
Well, again, the old adage is you don't tug on Superman's cape, and Musk might be rich, but Trump, in essence, holds all the cards. And so it's whether it's the big beautiful bill that has removal of electric vehicle incentives, whether it's dealing with the future of SpaceX and Starlink. Trump holds all the cards. So I think at some point Musk needs to understand that whatever created this meltdown needs to calm down.
Yes, Scott, and I'm glad you brought up the big beautiful bill, because this is where early disagreements started. Could you provide some context to our audience on what Elon Musk's points are against this bill that we know has already been passed through the House by just one vote?
Well, Washington, congressmen and senators can't stop spending, and which was supposed to be make it a reconciliation bill. One is revenue, and so that piece is clearly something that even Musk wants, which is all of the tax breaks for no longer taxing tips, no longer taxing Social Security, no longer taxing overtime for first responders, plus making permanent all of the 2017 tax reforms that were done under Trump 1. So that part, but the other part, which is the spending part, is very meager, and there's actually a lot of what we'd call pork or additional spending added to the bill. And that's where Musk was really upset, because he was hoping to see some of the DOGE cuts actually part of this bill to start scaling back the size of government. And this bill really doesn't have much of that in there. So that's where he started raising the issues. And even Trump said he can attack me all he wants, just don't attack the bill, because a lot of people in Washington are speculating if this bill fails, we're not going to get anything close to it in a second version of the bill. So this is the best we're going to get, even though it's a crappy bill when it comes to the spending side.
Yes, and Scott, to put a full stop on this conversation, of course, Musk's companies have a lot of government contracts, notably Starlink and also SpaceX with the Dragon capsules. How significant would this be to the US government if this battle continues and all these contracts and all this money that has been set aside is withdrawn, or the money invested then goes to waste?
It would be crippling to the US space effort, because right now, even though you have Boeing and Bezos with competing capsules and missiles or rockets, the Musk SpaceX program is still the backbone of the US space program. About almost 80% of all launches in the last few years have been off of Musk's devices and rockets. So it's when you start to look at going back to the moon, going to Mars, all of this is Musk. Bezos and Boeing are also RANds. So if we have a true meltdown, I mean, not just simply rhetorical, but a reality to it, it will cripple the US space program.
Yes, Scott Faulkner, you will be staying with us. And of course, here on NewsX World, we will continue to bring you all the developments from this ongoing dispute between Donald Trump and Elon Musk. But we